Hello and welcome to Wembley Stadium, where the Swindon Town Swoodly-Poopers have arrived to take their cup, the FA Cup, back home to Swindon, where it belongs. So, let's begin with the terrible news. Ball John Green is indeed out for the season. We have 3 games remaining. Ball John Green is out for 36 days. So, he's a beautiful man, but a fragile one. Other John Green is playing, as is D. McGoldrylocks up front. We got Jesus Angel and Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin on the bench. Chelsea, of course, is better than us on paper, but these games aren't played in paper. They're played in our hearts. Today I'm going to talk about, I'm going to look back at the history of the Swindon Town Swoodly-Poopers, the history of the miracle of Swindon Town, and recall some of our great triumphs in an attempt to kind of fire up the boys and also fire you up, the supporters. I was hoping that if you don't mind, you could share with me some of your favorite moments from the Swindon Town Swoodly-Poopers in comments. I know many of you haven't watched every episode, but I also know that many of you have, and I'm very grateful to you for that. And I hope that it has been a rewarding viewing experience. Oh boy! Oh, you just have to put it on the net, my friend. Oh, there was a save involved or something. All right, let's get it. It's S. Holden Goldfield. It's too deep. Oh, it's too deep. So, it started out. We started out in League One, the third tier of English football. I think we started out in League One. And in our first season, we won League One, which was great. It felt great to win. It felt deserved. I remember the first time that we slid. That we slid in celebration in front of our supporters, all of us together doing that crazy headfirst dive that we do when we win cups. And I remember seeing the red and white confetti fall, and it was magical. You know, it was great to be promoted. It was great to think about playing in the championship. But of course, all of this happened in the wake, in the pall of having lost the FA Cup final to Manchester United in extra time after hitting the post and being so close to winning. It was just, that was one of the worst moments in the history of Swindon, but it was also, for me, one of the best moments because that was the moment where I saw us come together as a team. And I saw, guys, new guys and old, from Fat Lucas to the John Greens. That was where I saw them come together and make a commitment to do something special with this club that would be remembered, for all of history. And that really is what they did because then they went to the championship. I can't remember if we won the championship or finished second, but when we got promoted and we knew we'd be playing, in the Premier League, we'd be playing at Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford and Anfield, these historic stadiums, and that we'd be bringing clubs like Liverpool to the county ground. I mean, that feeling was so special to know that we weren't just going to be playing the Oldhams of the world. The Brentfords, but that we were going to be playing on week in and week out, the best teams in England and some of the best clubs in the world. So that was a big moment for me, is when we achieved promotion to the Premier League. But by far the biggest moment in that era was winning the FA Cup for the first time. Having lost to Manchester United, our most hated rivals, it was so difficult to go on even. And then, come on! Yes! It's D. McGoldrylocks! He's big, he's red, he's found the perfect bed. D. McGoldrylocks, that one is for Ball John Green. Oh, the celebration was intense, and you know that it was all for Ball John Green. Ball John Green, before the game started, was in the locker room. I mean, guys on crutches in obvious, excruciating pain. He wouldn't, if he weren't, if he weren't severely injured, he wouldn't be worried. And that was all he could talk about was how much he wanted to see D. McGoldrylocks score a goal. And then he did. So I know that meant everything to Ball John Green. But yeah, I think winning the FA Cup for the first time was so special, and that's something that you aren't going to have. You're never going to feel that again. I hope that we win tonight. But it's never going to be like that first time. Nothing ever is in life. Context is everything, and plus that first time is usually terrible. Um, so, yeah, I think, yeah, I remember the first time that we went into to Old Trafford to play Manchester United. And we got our asses handed to us, of course, but like there was something really really special just about being there, just about like how far have we come that that this team that defeated us during our miracle run to the FA Cup final, this team now has to like offer us hospitality. It was really cool. So it's 1-0 at halftime. We've had 3 shots and 3 shots on target because, why should we miss? And as you can see, the Swoodly Poopers have had a little bit less possession. But as I recall, it's not about how often you're dribbling the ball. It's about how many times you put it in the back of the net. And so the only statistic that matters is that we're winning. Oh, look at D. McGoldrylocks. Look at D. McGoldrylocks. D. McGoldrylocks. 2 other John Green. It's 2-0. Go to your husband. Go to your husband. Don't let them catch you. Oh, he just wants to give him a hug. Oh, he ran to the wrong side of the field. Oh, he's a beautiful man, other John Green, but he's not the brightest. All right, let's go. 2-0. I mean, who could have imagined that the Swoodly Poopers, without, that they're just carried on by Ball John Green right now, and it's all, I mean, it's just his love and support. That he's screaming on the sidelines. Our new manager to be, Fat Lucas, is screaming on the sidelines as well, ready to hoist the FA Cup again, which, he hoisted in what he believed would be his last game as a Swoodly Pooper. But then, of course, he was forced out of retirement to be our keeper again and performed heroically. But, most of his work with this season's Swoodly Poopers has been behind the scenes. But we will always sing that he's big and he's wide and he'll always be on our side. Oh, yeah. Oh, get back, boys. Get back. It's not secure yet. Come on. That's right. Show some courage, Zapata. Oh, no. Oh, everything is fine. Don't worry. I think that was offside. It was. All right. We're going to make a couple of substitutions here. Now I'm terrified about injuries. So we really can't afford any more of them. And we've got a lot of games left. So we're up 2. I can't help but think that Stone Cold Steve Austin, who's going to probably play a role at some point in the last 2 games, could stand to come on. So he's going to come on for other John Green, who's going to go be with his husband. All right. That was great, though. That was great to see other John Green score and run to the wrong sideline for his husband. I mean, look at Wembley. It's full. It's 90,000 people watching the Swindon Town Swoodly Poopers take a 2-0 lead in an FA Cup final. Have we ever won the FA Cup in any way other than penalties? I mean, and another great moment from Swoodly Pooper history is all the times that we have improbably won penalty shootouts, even though I'm terrible at penalties. Most notably, when Perry, who is a platypus, scored his penalty, and I shouted that he was a platypus, which he is. And I mean that feeling, the intensity of making those penalties, it's just, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. All right. Well, we can't, but like I said, we can't start celebrating before we can start celebrating. It may be 2-0, but Chelsea is dangerous, and did you hurt Zapata? Do I need to stop the game, or is he going to get up slowly? I swear, we've just been crippled by injuries. Now he's definitely moving a little slowly, but that was a fantastic tackle. Zapata can take as well as he can receive. Come on, boys. All right. And then, of course, there was last season's run to the top 4, which ended with us in 5th. It would have been great. No, it was not out of bounds. On the line is inbounds. It would have been great to stay. Of course, it would have been great to play in the Champions League this season. But that not all your dreams can come true. And I honestly think that if we had played in the Champions League, we probably couldn't have won. Couldn't be in the position that we're in, where we have a chance to win the league title. And so that, in the end, is much more meaningful. Oh, God, Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin, not great at crosses. That, in the end, is much more meaningful, to win the Barclays Premier League, to beat Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur. I mean, to beat though, it is just unimaginable. So we're one. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a text message. We are. Yes, and now we are just 12 minutes away. Oh boy, let's not give up a goal. Okay, I feel like we should make a substitution, but I also feel like maybe it isn't quite time here. All right. But it's just been an amazing ride with the FIFA 11 Swindon Town Swoodley Poopers, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And we are going to make a substitution here in the 79th minute. We're going to bring on Fat Lucas. He's going to be our manager moving forward. He's a 48 in skill level, and he's 44 years old. But to me, it isn't an FA Cup final unless Fat Lucas spends at least part of the time in goal. And I know how much this means to him, and I want him to be there. So he's going to be. I'm going to take off twice his vice as well. And then, I wanted to make sure that, yeah, Zapata's fine. He's not injured. Okay. Here he comes. Let's watch him. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. The great one. Fat Lucas. Oh, he's fit and he's ready. Let's do it, boys. Let's see how far Fat Lucas can kick the ball these days. Oh, just past midfield. That's great. That's fantastic. Oh, Fat Lucas damn near got himself an assist there. Well, I hope that he doesn't have to make a save, but I wanted him on the field. He's the heart and soul of the Swindon Town Swoodley Poopers. He's our next manager, and yeah. Oh, D. McGoldilocks jumped a little early. Boy, you can tell they're still goal hungry, these boys. Yeah, they don't want to just win it. They want to make sure that they win their final FA Cup together in style, and that's what they're doing right now. It's beautiful to see. And who would have ever imagined a world where in professional skill level, the Swindon Town Swoodley Poopers would look this good, this much like a team that knows what it's doing. It's just great to watch. Oh, boy, if we'd had someone on the far post, that was actually a good-looking cross from Stone Cold Steve with the C. Austin. But 2-0 is definitely the most goals we've ever won by here in an FA Cup final. This is amazing. Who could have imagined a future where we don't just win the FA Cup, but we win it by multiple goals? It's great. Chelsea, desperately trying to find something, but you know what? Fat Lucas makes a heroic save. Fat, look at this. Look at this. What are you doing? You're 44. Oh, Fat Lucas. Oh, Peter Cech's up there. Peter, go. Try to beat Peter Cech. Everybody go. No. Somebody get the ball so we can heave it in. No, don't end the game. I want to shoot. Oh, I bet we scored. Oh, we did it. The Swindon Town Swoodley Poopers have won the FA Cup in their final season. Fat Lucas on the field to celebrate with the players who next season he will manage. Chelsea smelling their pits in shame, trying to come to some kind of understanding of how this tiny team from League One that plays in front of 12,000 people could beat them by 2 goals at Wembley after a save by a 44-year-old goalkeeper. We love you, supporters. We thank you. Oh, and in the stadium is ringing out, ball John Green, John Green. He gives it all for the team. Upon his mustache wear keen, ball John Green, John Green. He hears you, he loves you, thank you. FA Cup champions, Swindon Town. Oh, look at that indoor fireworks. It's not safe, but it is beautiful. There it is. The FA Cup. And there's ball John Green in the background. We're crowding around it. There's Fat Lucas. Oh, my heart is full. Thank you for watching. Best wishes.